All right, guys. Welcome back to our fourth and final round here of our FNM. Modern finishing that off on. We have Kyle again, of course. He is our 3-0 player. And we have Shawn on your right. We've seen him before. He's playing Amulet. He has updated his list to include the crumbling vestiges that are part of the newer lists.
Edgar Megalheiz's lists? Or?
I'm not sure whose list it is, but yeah, basically it's another crew land that makes any color you want, plus a colorless, right? So so he does have the turn 1 Amulet.
But he has a turn 1 Teleria West.
Yeah. So Grim Flare on turn 2. That is good.
Teleria West does untap. There we go.
Yep. Is that a Noxious Revival that he drew? Does this deck play Noxious? That can't
I
play
think it was
Noxious.
a Crumbling Vestige, was it not?
Yeah, that's a Crumbling Vestige, yeah. That's the card we talked about already.
He gets to go make 2 mana.
So here's the Amulet. Untap. So we'll pull up the Amulet here.
Does this deck play like the Snake dudes?
It sure does. There she is.
Snake woman?
Yeah,
what's her name?
Uh,
Forget Amulet. People know what this card does.
Sakura Tribe Scout. Probably has a hyphen.
Probably. Our spotter's really good at card names, by the way.
Oh, I already knew that.
He's just like, correct.
Yeah, no, I did know that. Sakura Tribe Scout. So yeah, tap. You may put a land card from your hand into play. I like the idea if you have no lands of just going tap. Any responses?
Yeah.
No?
I believe we thought sees the... Well, I guess there's a pact, so the prime time...
It's redundant, yeah. I mean,
I think you do anyway.
I think you do. I mean, this way you're making him take that extra turn later to pay the mana.
Sometimes people forget their pact triggers.
True as well. So how much mana does he have here next turn? He's going to have 1, 2, 3, 4 with the Crumbling Vestige, 5 with the Sakura Tribe Scout.
Not enough.
No, not enough to cast the
He's got
Titan
Ancient
yet.
Stirrings, too.
If he finds another like Karoo land,
he could Ancient Stirrings into another Amulet.
That would work. That's pretty good.
And he would get 3 from Teleria, right? No, 2 from Teleria.
2 from Teleria, 3
from the Vestige, and he would have 1 mana left over from the bounce land. So
yeah, I think starting with Stirrings is your best play here. Again, Kyle doesn't really have any good choices here. I think he has 2 copies of Stirrings, right?
Primetime's double green though, right?
Yeah,
so he wouldn't have double green.
Well, Vestige gives you any color you want.
Just one? Oh, just once though, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he'd only have green and 3 blue at that point.
Instead, Kyle takes the second copy of Ancient Stirrings.
So now, if we draw a bounce land, we're going off.
Yep. And you're just hard casting Titans. You don't have to worry about the actual pact afterwards. So here is an attack for 3.
And Kyle looking to get Delirious.
Stack his deck up here.
Merry Christmas, buddy.
Do you have a gift receipt?
I did not.
I gave this to you as a present. You can't give it back to me as a present. Don't give me that and call it a present. So let's see. Shawn draws for the turn a Simic Growth Chamber.
Yeah.
Well, we have a Titan.
Well,
okay.
Maybe we don't.
Apparently not. Well, I think he still does.
Does he?
I think so. Oh, wait. Oh, the animal's gone. Never mind. Doesn't matter.
I see.
We missed that part.
Just some top-notch casting happening right now.
Yeah, I didn't see the follow-up.
Abrupt Decay? Yeah, that was pretty good.
It's pretty good.
Vesuva?
Yeah, I mean, he's still...
Well, he's not that close. But I guess he gets to go play that land, put another land into play at the end of turn. Presumably a bounce land.
Which bounces Teleria
Bounce Teleria,
West.
then you're close.
Still, I mean, a lot of it's probably
you're 2 turns away.
Like, all of his lands coming to play tapped is the problem, which normally isn't a problem, but...
It's going to get a pact.
And here we're seeing Inquisition, so this can only get the pact or... Nope, the pact is it. So...
Shawn trying to bin his prime time for some reason. I'm sure Kyle would take the prime time if he could.
Yeah. There goes. So, Crumbling Vestige, is that enough to make it? Yeah, because Vestige makes mana regardless, so he's fine.
Yep.
So he gets to put into play his... Does he?
No, because he's only going to have...
Oh, put Vestige and copy it with the Suva. Make another mana. So yeah, he can. He's good.
Wise.
Again, yeah, Martin, very, very proficient with this deck.
Well, I mean, he played it a lot.
He did. So I will defer everything to him in this deck
Yeah.
for sure. So if he says it can be done, it can be done.
Except
That
when it can't.
Grimflayer was delirious as well, thanks to the abrupt decay at the end of the turn. There's a Dark Confidant. So we'll see here. So let's see if... So Shawn put Vesuva into play. Here we see the Explorer. Kyle says, gimme, gimme, I want to read that card. Doesn't know what it does yet. Now he's aware. So Shawn has 2 land drops to make still. So he's got...
Well, no, he's taking himself off prime time here.
Yeah.
He has 3 land drops, technically. Well, this amulet might be
Amulet's
enough.
pretty good.
He's got the Sakura tribe.
He has a colorless floating as well. Or he has a blue mana.
So he has 3 land drops, right? So he can do this.
Essentially with Sakura tribe,
Yeah. So he can
Yeah,
cast Titan
so
this turn.
here comes, there's that. So we're going to see him play the bounce land, pick up the bounce land. Can you just, yeah, pick up the bounce land, replay it, pick it up again, replay it. He's going to start with Talaria West, apparently.
So he has 2.
So, well, that only makes 1. So he makes 1 mana.
Well, he had 1 floating, right?
No, he had to use
Okay.
the amulet.
So
So he's got 3 mana right now floating. He's going to transmute Talaria West? All right, I'm not sure what's happening here anymore. He's going to grab a Pact of Negation.
Yes. I'm interested to see if this is a line you take when you're more proficient with the deck. Maybe Shawn has played so many games against Abzan, he knows that he needs Pact of Negation. I don't know what you need it for. So his hand he doesn't even have the land, or does he? He has.
No, I think his hand right now is I think he has Vestige in his hand still.
Okay.
So his hand right now is Vestige, Pact of Negation, Primeval Titan. I mean,
But what can he kill him this turn?
I don't
Kill Kyle?
think
Because he's on a clock.
Our spotter pointed out that he could have done both of these plays if he had sequenced them properly.
Yeah.
Because Titan does, of course, get you a couple lands and get a whole bunch of stuff. So,
He's blocking the Trampler.
and he's gonna put into play. Even more awkwardly, he could have killed the Dark Confidant.
Yep.
Crumbling Vestige makes some color of mana. Doesn't matter what one. It's not going to get used this turn. So Shawn is going to take 5 from this attack.
Yes, he is. Well, he takes 5, right? Because he gets 1 point of toughness in front of that Grimflayer. That Grimflayer trample.
Yeah.
So he's taking 5.
What did I say?
6.
Oh, okay, sure.
Which is as if the Sakura tribe didn't block at all. Which it might as well have not have,
Yeah, sure, fair.
to be honest.
Yeah. So I mean,
You know what's interesting?
I don't think he can kill, right? Like,
I'm just thinking maybe he can still win.
I mean, if any that can do it, it's probably this one. To be fair, but
I'm going to defer to Martin. Hey, Martin, can you win on this turn if he draws a specific card?
if he gets,
What if he draws another amulet?
that's my thought. If he draws another amulet, can he still win? I think so. Lingering Souls.
I'm going to be honest. Even when this deck was a real matchup, I didn't learn it. I just trusted them when they told me they killed me.
It's a hard deck to learn as well. It takes a lot of time,
Yeah.
a lot of reps.
I just
Did he just draw Slayer's Stronghold? He can't win now.
gas.
I guess he can play it.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't think he can win with this. He would need a second copy of Vesuva. Okay.
I mean, he is at 7. So
He's not dead. And the
lingering.
prime time gets to block. It has vigilance. So Kyle is debating what he wants to do here. He may want to respond to the trigger, which, I mean, Shawn has Pact of Negation, so it won't matter. He just thought this far ahead. So this will be an attack for 8 with this Primeval Titan.
I mean, if he was able to give it double strike as well, he wins. I don't think he can, but... Oh,
no.
wait, can he?
Well, no, he'll have... So he can get Boros Garrison, which will make red-white. He's going to get a plant to block with. That's fine. So he's going to pick up, I imagine, the Colony Garden?
Don't you... How much... What do you...
He needs a second Vesuva is the problem.
For what?
To copy the Boros Garrison again.
Because he needs it for the other one?
Yeah, he needs to be able to activate the
Sun Home?
Which right now he can't. If I'm not mistaken, because he has no mana.
Crumbling Vestige makes...
Colorless in one
colored.
of your choice. And then colorless in one of your choice. So that is not enough. I mean, he could... No, I don't think he can win anymore this turn. He's not dead. Unless he gets his pack trigger. Or Kyle's removal spell again. Kyle did take 1 to use that. Oh, no, he used Noble Hierarch, sorry. To cast the Lingering Souls there. Or to cast the Path Exile, rather.
I think he has a second Vesuva.
He does.
So that's game.
But is it? Because the Sun Home takes 4 to activate.
Oh, okay.
I think he would have needed a second...
Did he...
He's 1 mana short because he didn't get a second dual land. A second Karoo land.
Instead of the... He didn't float with the Vestige he bounced?
He's going to gain 2 left Radiant Fountain, though. Is he copying Radiant Fountain?
Guess.
Is this gain 4? This is like 12 posts getting Glimmer Voids. Glimmer posts. Okay, sure. So I don't know what he actually copied.
This is where I take my hands off the steering wheel and just say, like...
Did you just take the wheel?
Yeah.
Sure.
If I'm Kyle, I don't know what's happening over there. I have no idea.
So I don't know what Shawn copied. It might have been Radiant Fountain, so it means he's at 11. He takes 0 from the Bob. I think Kyle's going to be at 8 or 7 because he took 8 last turn from the Titan.
You know, if Shawn hadn't gained life, he was dead this turn with that Gavin he draw.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4 in the air he's taking. He only gained 2. He didn't gain 4. So he's going to take 7 and he'll live
presumably to kill Kyle.
1?
Looks
or
like
2?
Looks like it. Looks like that Radiant Fountain was exactly what was needed.
Yeah, again, I don't know what the second Vesuva copied. It might have copied Slayer Stronghold again, but that doesn't matter because you can only activate it once still. You only have the 1 Garrison in play.
Yeah, I like this attack from Kyle, hoping that Shawn blocks. I think you only attack with this. Try and induce a block because maybe Shawn misses that Gavany can be activated. Maybe he misses the Exalted trigger.
Yeah.
And then you get to trade with the Primetime and kill it.
Yeah, this is an attack for 5. I mean, yeah, if I'm Shawn, you don't block. You just say, okay, sure, I take 5. I go to 4.
You got to play to your outs, so I think Kyle's got to definitely attack here. And I think the only good attack is to do it with Grim Flare.
It's the only thing that can actually kill the Titan. He does right now. Did he make another plant? Did he copy Colony Garden?
It's possible.
I think he copied Colony Garden. Okay.
Yeah,
I agree. This is the right attack. I think if I'm Kyle, he pointed out the Exalted right away. I think you just swing and say attack.
Yeah.
For 5, right? Okay. I mean the plant blocking, sure, whatever. That's irrelevant. It absorbs 1 damage. Why not? As long as you don't block with Titan, you're fine. Don't get greedy and try and kill this thing. He's gonna put both plants in front of it. He's only gonna take 3 from this attack. Kyle can make it 4 if he'd like to, but that doesn't do anything.
Wonder if there's anything he can...
Well, he does right now. He does have 4 toughness. I don't think it matters, though, because he gets... Sun Home gives it just double strike, right? So Target creature gains double strike until turn. So, yeah, he just attacks, gives Titan double strike before damage happens, and that makes it 12. And Kyle only has... Well, he'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He'll have 8 toughness, thanks to the Gavany. He will take 1 from the Horizon Canopy, putting him at 6. So that's
Okay.
12. He'll fall to 2. He won't be dead.
Okay.
But that's only if he blocks with everything. Because even 2 less is 4.
Which he will definitely have to. I don't think
Yeah.
he's not going to.
Temple Garden, whatever, that doesn't matter. Now, I mean, Shawn has to remember to pay his pact.
Yep. He has the die on his...
Yeah, so that
Lovely.
should prevent him from...
Hopefully he doesn't just swat it off. Be like,
For
why is
doing-
this here?
What's-
Draw.
Who put this here? I want to draw my card. Okay, here we go. Let's see what Shawn does. That looks like mana for a pact negation. Yep. Okay. So, unless he plays a third Vesuva,
Yeah. Doesn't seem likely.
no. Yeah, this gives it vigilance. So, I mean, I think he's just dead next turn, right? Even so, he has to win here. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Regardless. Here's the attack for 6. Trigger on Titan. He could just play a second Boros Garrison. I doubt it, 'cause that's the one you don't want. That's the one that does not make green mana, which is the important mana.
They're all important.
Well, the red-white only turns on your lands,
All
right?
equally important.
Okay. All lands matter? All right. So let's see what Shawn comes up with. Lots of utility lands in this deck, so lots of decisions you can make. Lots of different lines you can take. Sunhome obviously is an appealing choice, but
Kyle looks like he's enjoying himself.
well, it's basically Kyle saying, "Am I dead or not?"
Yeah,
Like,
these are the impatient finger taps of
It's-
somebody
it's-
who
I-
just wants to know if you...
it's either
if
I'm
it's the right
dead or
turn.
you can't kill me, and I get to kill you on the crackback.
I mean, he is going to have to put some number of things in front of this.
Yeah, but
Primeval
with
Titan.
the way it's
What
set up,
is under that Tolarian Academy? Because that looks like a Gruul turf.
it's probably Gruul Turf. Yeah,
It has red. If
That's
it's
the-
if it's a Boros Garrison, then
I don't think it's Boros Garrison.
he forgot to get the other important one.
No, that's a Gruul Turf.
Okay.
So he bounces the Teleria West.
Gets the transmute.
Yeah,
Slaughter Pact.
yeah. Well, Slaughter Pack can't kill
Grim.
Grimflayer or Dark Confidant. I guess Confidant. Like, what's the biggest thing Kyle's deck? Rhino? Does he just take 4 from his Confidant? This could be the activation, which means he would be taking 2 overall, which would put him to 4
This is
because he gets to activate the township still.
awkward because it doesn't kill the Primeval
No,
Titan.
it doesn't. I would have put the Bob in front.
Yeah, I think you give up the Bob,
That doesn't kill the Titan,
or does it?
does it? No.
It's Hierarch at 1 and
And
2
two
Lingering
tokens at
Souls at
2.
2.
So yeah, the Titan's not dead.
Unless we missed something,
Yeah,
which we could have.
I don't think we did though. The Titan's just not dead. Yeah, that's very very key. Yeah, that's huge. Okay, so that I don't know if that's the copy of Simic Growth Chamber or
Could
what
be
that's
anything.
a copy of, but here's an explorer finds a Temple of Mystery.
Do they play that now?
I guess his does. I don't. I mean, it might.
Oh, it comes into play untapped in Scries, and he finds
a
a
slaughter
pad.
pad. He can't draw a card, but so he puts it to the bottom. Yeah, I agree. Put on the bottom doesn't do anything right now. So, so Bob. All right, take 0.
Kyle finds a removal spell. He found a nameless inversion. That should be enough,
That should be game, yeah.
right?
Kyle should be at 4 because he had to use Horizon Canopy last turn.
So if he attacks
I'm
with
not mistaken.
the Bob and the Grim Flare, if Shawn blocks the Grim Flare, it is 8 trample over, or it's 5 trample over 3 for 2, and the Bob's at 3. That's 1 off.
Is he one off? I think
If
Kyle
he
should
doesn't
be at
block
4
the
as well,
Grim
which is
Flare,
important.
if he doesn't block the Grim Flare, he's just dead. But you can't nameless inversion the Bob.
No, because they'll kill it.
To be fair, Kyle can just attack. Doesn't necessarily need to play the nameless inversion. Can just pump the Grim Flare if Shawn blocks it and then trade. Shawn hasn't done anything.
Well,
I think he has the
he has Tolaria West.
yeah,
so he's
Tolaria
just
West,
dead.
so he can transmute for a Summoner's Pact.
Yeah, so I mean, Shawn has another Titan next turn, which I think is his plan regardless.
Kyle needs
Which
to try and
makes
find a
you-
land or a play here.
Well, I guess it doesn't matter that much. Land isn't what he needs.
So had he blocked with the Dark Confidant and a Spirit, for instance, and put 2 toughness, so 4 toughness in front of the Titan, he would have won this game.
Yeah. So there's the block he needs to make.
That's the one you have to, yeah.
So okay, so let's check again. So he can't do both Nameless Inversion and Township this turn, which is the problem here, right? So he's able to make, how big can he make his flare? He can make it
an
8 power, which means it's 5 damage, which puts Shawn to 1. Or
And if
can
he
make,
shrinks the
it's the same
Primal
thing,
Titan,
right?
it's the same thing,
It's,
yeah.
3
He needs
and-
1 more mana. So had
It's
he
2
not
and 3
blocked with
still.
Noble Hierarch, he would have won this game.
Yeah, it's 2 and 3. So he's gonna go ahead and activate. So this trades for the Titan at least, but yeah, again, the problem is here we know about the second pact he can get with this Tolaria West. It's gonna put Shawn to 2. Okay, but yeah, this should just be game. Yeah, Kyle should be at 4 because the Titan did do 2 damage last turn, and he had to use Horizon Canopy as well. So actually, Kyle should be at 3, I think now, but or whatever. It's not a big deal. I think with the Titan attack, it's not going to matter at all here. There was no pact played last turn, so Shawn has no need to worry here. He's got 1 billion mana, I'm pretty sure. So
Somewhere around that. We drew another Simic Growth Chamber.
yeah, this is over. So yeah, here we're going to see the transmute happen. Unless Kyle has like a path, he can fetch shock.
Well,
path.
we know he has
Do we know his hand?
Nameless
we know,
Inversion.
Oh, Verdant Catacombs as well.
Yeah.
He drew one off of the Bob, so yeah, no, he's just dead.
Shawn explaining to Kyle.
I think Shawn
that he
just
can
said,
kill
"I'm
him.
gonna get packed. I'm gonna get Summoner's Pact, get a Titan, cast a Titan, give it haste and vigilance.
Well, we
and
skipped
plus
a
2
step.
So, I mean, I think he's explaining what he was going to do here. So, Kyle making sure Shawn shows him the pact, I think, is correct as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe Shawn didn't put it in today. All right, so Shawn takes the first game in a very, very close one.
Yes.
A very back and forth. I think a couple different lines can be taken by both players. I think if both players take the optimal lines, Shawn still wins that one.
Yeah, I don't
with-
think Kyle's deck had enough interaction early. Had Shawn gone for the Titan as early as he could have made it, he could have made it turn 3.
Yeah.
It would have been really hard for Kyle to deal
no.
with. But yeah, I think Kyle played that game really tight up until that last turn with the blocks, and I think he made those blocks thinking that Primeval Titan would die.
Yeah.
I think he counted the Noble Hierarch as 2 for whatever reason, maybe
Sure.
because he's used to like Exalted triggers. Who knows?
Sure. Yeah, it's very
But
possible.
because it looked like he was a little upset that the Primeval Titan came back. Not upset in the sense that he was like angry, but kind of like, oh, I thought
did the
this was
math
supposed
wrong,
to be
yeah.
dead.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
I mean, it was a very complicated game. There's a lot
Oh,
of,
yeah.
There's a lot of micro interactions there that
Oh, yeah.
either both have to keep track of.
For sure.
And I think when it got to that point, he kind of went, I did the math wrong. Oops.
Yeah.
Right. I 1 point short of killing this Titan. Crap.
Yeah, yeah.
Right,
And if,
so-
if that's the case, then I think, you want to block in such a way that you leave the flyers on the board.
Yeah.
Like all you could block with the Confidant and Hierarch even and leave the flyers on the board.
Yeah, because yeah.
Because if not that line, I think the optimal block is 1 flyer, Noble Hierarch. or just Confidant.
Sure. So an important card Shawn gets here is Leyline of Sanctity.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's not a bad one.
I think he just
this
plays
deck's very soft to discard.
I think he plays the full 4 in his sideboard or something like that.
Probably, because Bird's a bad
it needs
matchup
it
too,
for
no?
this. It needs it for this and Judge.
Yeah.
Like you said, it's very, very soft to discard. Kyle played 2 last game, and it definitely slowed Shawn down. But
I think more than that, it also threw Shawn off.
It did.
Like, it seemed like he had his set plan for his hand, and when it got disrupted, he kind of stumbled a bit.
Yeah, that's fair.
So maybe Kyle picked up on that.
Yeah, but if we see the turn 0 land from Shawn here, it's going to be huge, especially if Kyle has any number of those cards in his hand.
Yeah, it's really tough for Kyle's deck to push the damage fast enough to matter if you can't discard the combo pieces.
If you can't keep them off their pieces fast enough. Yeah, we saw the last time Shawn was on camera, he played against Abzan from Dan, and we saw him have the turn 0 ley line and Dan have 3 Inquisitions in his hand.
Yeah. And
kind of showed the camera and said, I'm dead.
Yeah, I mulliganed to 4 and I didn't know it.
I started at 4. Yeah. And you can go. So
yeah, and Kyle's in the wrong color combination on the black-green decks to have Fulminator Mages. He might still have them.
He still could have them.
It seems less likely in these colors.
I saw his sideboard after the last round we were upstairs, kind of.
Yeah.
He does have Fulminator Mages in his sideboard.
So those are definitely coming in.
I believe he has 2. I think was the number I saw.
Probably wishes he had 4 at this point.
Yeah, they're definitely coming in. As it just fights all of Shawn's dual lands, right? All his Karoo lands.
Just get a Karoo land, and they don't always have Amulet. Sometimes they're trying to do this the hard way, and getting a Karoo land takes them 2 turns off their clock.
They're trying to go manual, and it's definitely not as easy to go manual in this deck.
No,
especially with the banning of Summer Bloom.
Yes,
before
does make it more difficult.
Before you could just have those value blooms where you're just like, I'll just play 3 lands, go, and then you just win the turn after.
Yeah. It was not a bad line.
No.
I mean, it's scary, right? This deck can still turn 2, which is frightening.
It's insane. It needs to have the perfect 6 or 7, though. I talked about it with Martin before. It needs to have the perfect hand. So there's a Vesuva there. There's a Leyline.
Yeah, I think you just keep this hand if you have any
He has
green
double
mana.
Sakura Tribe Scout.
He has the Crumbling Vestige, which means he's going to be able to play Ancient Stirring. So I think you keep this hand, start with Leyline, and then
just go from there.
Yeah.
Yeah, this seems good.
He even has the Vesuva to copy Crumbling Vestige to make that extra color if he needs to.
Yep, Shawn says, hold on, before you start, I have this. Kyle.
Souza. This is going to get quick.
Yeah, our spotter kind of pointed out the turn 2 really only happens about 1% of the time.
Yeah.
When there's no disruption.
This game might be quick. This Sakura Tribe Elder didn't get answered first turn.
Sakura Tribe Scout, please.
Sorry, yeah.
Come on.
And Kyle did have an Abrupt Decay.
Kyle's a 0-1 Goyf instead.
Yeah. I don't hate getting the Goyf out there because then next turn you can Abrupt Decay it.
Yeah, you'll have a 2 for attacking.
And you do need a clock. So I think Kyle correctly identifying that, this is kind of scary, but I just need to clock him.
Yeah, the problem here, of course, is this leaves Shawn with a Sakura Tribe.
This is awkward because he could have used the Scout to replay the Vestige, get the green, and play the Stirrings that we know he has in hand. Instead, he just let it bounce, and he's going to do this end of turn, but he doesn't get anything out of it. I think the Stirrings is more valuable there.
Sure.
You might find an Amulet.
Amulet or another land he might need.
And if you find the Amulet, you show it to Kyle, which means Kyle's going to hold that Abrupt Decay.
True.
So that means your Sakura Scout stays for another turn.
True. All right, so let's see what Kyle...
Kyle might be able to Maelstrom Pulse in the coming turns.
Okay, so it still just has a Grim Flare, leaving this Scout alive again. Okay, so he's going to gain 2 life. Sure, why not?
This is an awkward start for Kyle, though. This is... you never want to see that turn 1 Leyline. I mean, I'm not sure if he even has discard in hand.
Okay, here comes the Azusa. He's going to take a read. We'll do the same.
This is an EDH, says Kyle, presumably.
I always forget how to spell her name.
So, Shawn just kind of going off here. Not a ton that Kyle's going to be able to do. He found an Amulet.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Azusa. Okay, there we go. I spelled her name wrong. There she is. So you may play 2 extra lands in each of your turns. So found a Radiant Fountain for his second one. I assume this is where we're going to see him play the Amulet. Okay, so a little awkward here as, Kyle will just Abrupt Decay this.
But it does take most of his turn.
It does. Flare gets to get in as well, so this will actually grow the Goyf afterwards. But it looks like Shawn debating a block here. I would not block the Grim Flare if I'm him. I would not
wouldn't block the
all.
Goyf either.
His hand is no action though. His hand is just another Tribe Scout and a Gemstone Mines.
Well, this is what Kyle needs to happen
Yep.
to be able to
Especially with this kind of
win
start.
the game. Yeah.
Yeah, there's the amulet being Erupticade. So this is going to make the Goyf be attacking for 3 instead of 1, which
Yeah.
is pretty big. This is going to be attack for 5 total to put Shawn down to 19. He's going to surgical all of the amulets.
Before damage?
It looks that way, which does shrink the Goyf back to 2 damage instead.
Not likely to matter in the long run, though.
No. So this will make things a little bit easier, but I mean, with Shawn already having the amount of mana he has, he's not really
He already
worried about
has
casting a Titan.
6 mana. So
Yeah.
the Titan's coming if he can find a way to do it.
Yeah. So let's take a look here at Surgical Extraction. There it is. Choose a card in a graveyard other than the basic land. Search its owner's graveyard, hand, and library for any number of cards with the same name as that card. Exile them all. Then the player shuffles his library.
Card has such brutal art.
It does, and it costs Phyrexian Black, which is pretty sweet.
Yep.
So there you go. And yes, the removal of the entire, spinal cord along with the skull, pretty graphic,
Yeah,
pretty metal.
it is. There's the. Can you get the other art too?
I don't know if it'll come
Because
up.
the other art's very scary.
No, I won't find the other one. It'll just find the. It'll only find the ones from New Phyrexia and the one from Modern Masters. Yeah, the other one is a skull running at your face. Something
Yeah,
like that. It's pretty.
spooky.
It's pretty spooky too. Okay, so yeah, this will be attack for 4 total. It looks like.
And he gets a Grim Flare trigger if he remembers. Yeah, there we go. That's important because it'll let Kyle sculpt what he's drawing.
So I'm not too sure what the Vesuva copied.
I think it copied Gruul Turf because the fountain.
Oh, because he
got
rebounced Fountain. Yeah, okay. So
Prime
Titan off
time's on the
top seems
table.
good.
Yeah, or Pact. Either one of those is great.
Titan Impact, both valid choices now. I think the deck has shifted away from Hive Mind as well.
Yeah, that would make sense. I don't. You have to make room for some of these cards, right?
So there is the Gemstone Mines end of turn, thanks to the Sakura Tribe Scout. So just another Tribe Scout in hand. Don't know what he drew, didn't get a good look at it.
What was it, Vesuva? Or, sorry, Tolarian Academy.
Or Teleria West.
Yeah.
I made the mistake
Tolarian
too.
Academy.
Tolarian Academy a little different. It'd be just strictly worse than this board.
It would.
Yeah.
There's no
It would make
amulet.
0 mana.
Yeah.
Cradle would be better.
Yep.
Yeah, that looks like Teleria West, so that's pretty good.
That's an insane
Is this,
draw.
is this the Asusa Beats? Oh, yeah, bring it.
One. Oh,
Oh, yeah, get in there.
to ya.
Get them done.
No. Well, it can't be a.
It couldn't be a Teleria Academy. Okay, he might be getting ahead of himself here, possibly. Okay, no, Shawn
So it's not Academy. Or West.
Yeah. It's also not Academy,
Yeah, it's
you're right.
certainly not an Academy.
If it is, Kyle wins.
Yep.
So, there we go.
GG.
Okay, so Dark Confidant added to the board. Here comes the attack for...
Oh, you know what? It could definitely be Tolaria West because he doesn't have blue. He only has.
Oh, you're
access
right.
to
He
one
only
blue right
has...
now.
You're right, okay, yes. So that definitely could be the case.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
So
sure.
I think it is, and he's short blue now. So now this is scary for Kyle because he's probably not going to be able to clock him in 2 turns. So he has to fade both just any land that produces blue.
I mean,
or a prime time naturally, or a pack.
He's not dead to the prime time.
No, but he's virtually.
Because there's no
dead to
haste available here.
Well,
that's some respect. There's no haste available here is the thing, because he doesn't have the amulet to untap his stuff.
But the prime time alone is
good.
So hard to deal with.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's got Path. He's got all that stuff on the table still. He's got plenty of answers to prime time. And I mean, the fact that
basically just Path and Maelstrom Pulse.
Yeah, the fact that Titan doesn't get to have haste is a big change to this matchup.
Yep.
When the Titan has haste, gets to have its impact on right away. It's a huge difference. Sigarda instead, though. We'll pull her up.
Huh.
That's
Kind
not
of
the
a
one I want.
roadblock.
This is what, Sigarda, Host of Herons?
Yeah.
Yep, there she is. So flying hexproof, spells and abilities your opponents control can't cause you to sacrifice permanents. So this stops Liliana. This stops Grim Player in its tracks.
It stops everything. Stops
That's
the board right
that's
now.
just huge. This is a sideboard card, that's for sure.
I would assume so.
Can
he not cast
He
it?
can cast it. He's got.
No, he only has one white.
That's fine. That's all he needs. Oh. No, he doesn't. Wow, these lands really awkward here.
Yeah. Looks like he's being allowed to get something different. So he's going to go the complete opposite direction here.
He has enough for that, right? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, the
5, 6,
Vesuva's
7,
copying
8.
the Gruul Turf.
All right. So Hornet Queen instead.
All right.
Wait, because yeah. So instead we have.
He has enough green for that.
He does have enough green. It's not quad green. I thought it was quad
Okay,
for a
so
second.
he has forgotten to put the die on the top of his library. I fear for him. That was a complicated sequence
There's a lot to the turn.
that
Yeah.
he's still thinking about, I think. And
Maelstrom Pulse, get rid of the Bees, would be pretty nice here for Kyle.
does Leyline protect you from your own pack triggers killing you? There we go.
No,
You
not
sure?
in the slightest. So this is interesting because the Goyf can never attack.
Nothing can really ever attack.
I mean,
Guess
the
Grim
Flare
Player
can get through.
but
Like the Flare can still get another trigger off. I mean, Maelstrom Pulse is the biggest
what did
card here.
what did Cal reveal to his confidant this turn?
He might have missed that trigger. It's possible he missed that trigger. So Kyle does have a Path to Exile in hand. So that can deal with. Okay, you're Vilda Marshlatz.
Okay.
Sure. Or whatever land he drew. Kyle's Bob's cooperating nicely. Just always getting lands for him.
That's the way you want him to.
So this could be set up for the path whatever Hornet blocks Goyf. That should not block Grim Player again. Like I fear he's making the gesture again. This is a finite block if you're gonna do it.
Smart.
Okay. So this signifying that he wants to make sure the Flare is what dies here.
Yeah, it's the only one you're super scared about, I think.
Yeah. I think if I'm Kyle, I path the Hornet blocking the Goyf then if you're going to path anything. I don't even know if you do path
I'm
or not,
scared
though.
of giving him more lands.
I am.
I sideboards in basic forest still, I assume.
That's a good question. I have no idea.
Maybe I'm sure they have one somewhere.
Probably one to get around Blood Moons
Yeah.
because they can't beat a Blood Moon. Okay, it looks like Kyle decides to not path, which I think is also a fine choice.
Yeah, because you can get at least one Hornet off the table, and if you can get both off the table, then
Did he
life's
not have
great.
Delirium?
Instant land.
Okay. So he does still get. Oh wow, no, he gets 0 through. Wow. Oh geez. That's a little awkward. So there is a Liana in hand he can play here.
Yeah,
which
it's weird when this deck doesn't have Delirium by now, right?
It's really awkward. Yeah.
Feels like that's not how it's supposed to go.
No. That's not how you draw it up when you sit down at the table with this bad boy. So it looks like another Tarmogoyf in Kyle's hand, I think. I know there's a Liana, I know there's a Path. Yeah, it was a Goyf. Okay, so yeah, right now there's Path, Liliana, and a one unknown card.
Looks like it.
Okay, so I'll pass the turn. Yeah, Hornet Queen really just doing work here. So yeah, there is the payment for the Summoner's Pact. So Shawn will not lose the game to his own trigger.
Say you do Sun Home.
It's great.
Yep.
That doesn't do anything, but sure.
Well, you play it.
Yeah. Oh, you can give your Hornet Queen double strike.
He could if he kills his own
first strike.
gemstone mine.
First strike with Death
Well,
Touch.
he can't even, right? He only has one colored mana right now.
Well, he has Rule Turret. Well, right now, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I'm saying not this turn, but later on, he
Sure.
can do it. Okay, so he's going to attack for 2. Put Kyle to 14. Here's the Bob trigger again, another land, and he draws an Inquisition.
Well, it's
That
a
doesn't
dead
matter.
draw.
That's Tyler's tracker in his hand, I think.
So, like, the Liliana does nothing. But the
Yeah.
Tyler's tracker is very good here.
Tyler's tracker is very good.
Gets 2 2 clues.
Yep, 1 clue. Sacrifice, get 2 clues. Kyle's going to fall to 13 with that fetch, of course. Time, also a big factor. Kyle has to win in 4 minutes to force a draw. Shawn can, if he can just survive or kill Kyle, it's over.
I assume if Shawn survives, he wins most games anyway. He seems to have more of the inevitability.
Yeah. Inquisition won't do anything. That doesn't even do that. I mean, no, Cal didn't know that was there. There's no way he knew that was there. All right, well, there you go. You get to see I have Teleria West in my hand.
Surprise.
I think that's the tilt factor, though. Now he just knows that when he draws and plays Titan, Kyle's on tilt more.
If Kyle wanted to like to add a sorcery to his graveyard, he can Inquisition himself.
I don't know if I like that attack. Because now Shawn just leaves back Hornet Queen.
Kyle still has the path.
Yeah. Yeah, the tracker's not going to...
Looks like a Vesuva. No, it's a Pact of Negation. Well, if he ever casts that, he's dead.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll be awkward.
Super, super dead.
Well, he can just play Teleria West if he ever really needs to.
It's true. It's possible he should just be playing that at this point.
Jin returned. Thank you very much for following the channel. You will receive yourself a 10% off discount code whispered to you for top8gaming.com.
You shall receive yourself.
Or yourself.
That's
possibly.
what you said.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
All right. I don't know.
Teacher. Ryan said receive yourself.
Kyle finds
said it.
A stirring wildwood for the turn.
I heard him.
Let's see what he has here. Liliana can make him discard the Teleria West or the Pact of Negation.
Can it?
Yeah, it's each player.
Okay.
It doesn't target. Her second ability definitely targets.
Can't sack.
Yeah, that he definitely can't. He can eat it himself.
He could.
He does have that option.
Looks like Kyle's going wide.
Another Goyf for the turn, though.
And gets to leave up path. Pretty sweet.
Yeah, so that's...
I mean, he's faded enough draw steps that he has a chance this game.
Yeah.
So, Kyle's really pushing.
Yep.
Colony Garden.
Sure. Blockers are us. Yeah, I think if I am Shawn, I just play this Teleria West because that means you have Pact of Negation.
And you can also top deck another Teleria West without having to wait another turn.
Yep. Kyle takes one. Just draw double path there.
I believe he has 3 paths total now.
Okay, sure.
Where'd the Hornet Queen go?
It died to something.
Okay.
Looks like, I don't know what, but it died to something. Oh, Tyler's tracker, he just blocked it. Tracker's gone now, so.
Goodbye, tracker.
Which I'm not sure if I like that attack if the tracker's going to die, because the tracker's giving you so much card advantage right now.
Yeah, but...
I mean, so is Bob, but...
Yeah. I think Kyle's actually going to be able to close this game out.
I think he will be as well. With the 3 path in his hand, he's got a lot of damage to come through here.
Yeah, and the prime times are never good anymore.
No.
This is where you want to have the hive mind.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
I mean, it doesn't have anything to... He can't play the pack just on its own, right? So that's the one pack you can't just play. Okay, he does have at least one basic he's going to go fetch right now. Has an island.
what? Where'd that come from? Well, that means he gets to transmute and play Titan.
He does. That's very important.
But he might be facing too much damage at this point to even survive.
Yeah, I mean, with Kyle having so many paths in hand, it's just...
Two more to churn through.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7...
The problem is this is going to take them to time.
The one thing as well here, Shawn would be able to Pact the Negation at least one of the paths. And
Kyle only has 1 wide open?
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
Well, it won't matter here. I mean...
Well...
He's taking 2 going to 16.
Can he can play Titan, get lands, give it haste.
No, he doesn't. No. Because he doesn't have an amulet in play. So he can't give
True.
the Titan haste. He can't. The Slayer will come into play tapped.
True.
Looks
All right.
like Martin convinced him to play the island because it lets you play Hive Mind through the Blood Moon.
Okay, so is Hive Mind still part of this package over here?
There it is time in the round, though. So this I imagine
Well, they
will,
probably have a little bit of extra time.
I don't think so. I mean, we started
No.
pretty much the same time, so we'll make our spotter will let us know for sure if they're actually on time now or what's happening here. That is time. So Shawn is turn 0, and he's starting it off by transmuting away his Teleria West, getting a Titan off of the Summoner Pact that he finds. This will get him a couple lands. I imagine he's... Actually, I don't even know what he grabs. I think he needs to grab Boros Garrison if he wants to use any of his lands.
Well, he's also in danger of dying here.
he
He
is.
might need to get Colony Garden.
If he has another one,
Yeah.
he definitely usually plays one.
Yeah.
He does. We know he has a second
Well, he has
Vesuva in the
another.
deck.
Does he have a land drop this turn?
Yes.
So
Yes.
you bounce the Colony Garden with the Boros Garrison,
Replay it, sure.
replay it, and you have 2 blockers. Kyle has double path, but if he double paths and you're not dead next turn, you have another redraw for prime time.
Well, he
to
also
try
has
and
path.
try and win.
Like if he gets like double bounce land, for instance, he can bounce Vesuva, Colony Garden, replay Colony Garden.
Yeah.
Have Vesuva to copy it next turn. You have
Yeah.
path and negation for one of the paths, regardless.
Okay.
So I think Shawn has a way he can avoid dying.
Okay.
Kyle has 3 attacks.
Looks like he got Bajuka Bog.
That's pretty good.
It's not a bad one,
And I think a Selesnya Sanctuary.
which will presumably bounce the Colony Garden.
Yeah. So there's path. Shawn just says sure, resolves. Is this another basic force? My guess here.
Yes, I doubt it's the second island.
Bajuka Bog. Kyle's graveyard's gone, which is unless he got rid of his own. Did he exile his own graveyard?
I don't know.
Why?
It's a good question. I don't have the answer.
So it's like Kyle took 3 off of his Bob, thanks to Liliana. Yeah, I mean, I guess we can get confirmation on what or who Shawn Bajuka bogged. I mean, it looks like himself, but that seems strange. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Potential to make it 9, 10, 11. I think Shawn's just dead. Like, he has to pay for a pack next turn.
It's hard to imagine him winning this game.
Yeah.
Especially without having searched up Boros Garrison. To at least give himself a shot at haste and then do something.
Yeah. Sure.
It must have been Shawn's own grave.
I wonder why. Huh, interesting.
Well, he's got a pack to remember.
It didn't shrink the Goyf at all, right? So looks like he's getting mana for his pact here. If I had to guess, this is turn 2. I don't think Shawn has any outs here.
It's gonna be
Kyle
tough.
also has the Maelstrom Pulse in hand, so if there's any like token style threat where it has multiples that come into play, just Slaughter Pact is pretty good. Kills Goyf, or in this case, Scavenging Ooze probably is your better target.
I think he's just dead here, right?
Unless he has a way to make another creature. Even then, he's probably. I mean, Kyle still has String Wild he can turn on as well. Goyf's the 3 power now, I guess.
What did Shawn bounce last turn with the land he got?
I have no idea.
Because he doesn't have a land drop this turn. Well, I mean, he could have played it, but he didn't get Colony Garden, so what did he get?
Kyle took 1. His hand right now is like Slaughter Pact. Sure. Kyle not firing up the String Wildwood, a little awkward here. That just solidifies the game, right?
Well, what's Goyf at?
3.
Seriously?
Mm-hmm. Artifact got taken away.
Huh.
So his attack is damage for 5, so Shawn goes to 1. So he's not dead. I mean, I guess Titan is good here, Because you Titan. I don't even know anymore. I have no idea.
Well, he drew Titan.
I think you can. No, I think because Kyle has Pulse in his hand, it's not enough blockers. Because you can Titan, get a bounce land, get your second Vesuva, Vesuva the Colony Garden, bounce the Colony Garden with the bounce land,
Play Colony
replay
Garden.
Colony Garden. You have two plants. You have a Primeval Titan. So you have 3 blockers, but Kyle has. Well, no, Shawn's still holding
Pact of Negation.
Pact of Negation. So actually, and Kyle's firing it off now, which is really awkward. Because that means Shawn can just pact away the Maelstrom Pulse. And has 2 plants to block.
Well,
Or he doesn't see the line. Okay, that's fine. So, sure. That'll be a draw instead. So, kind of, I don't know,
weird one.
anticlimactic finish, you could say.
Yeah.
But I think that means Kyle... I don't know what Shawn's record was, actually. He might have been 2-1.
It's possible.
But if that is the case... yeah, he had to be, I'm pretty sure. Kyle should win the event going 3-0-1 on the night. So.